Whew, let me go check some shit out. You don't just. Alright, man. What's good, everybody? I gotta check my audio out real quick. Not the game audio, I have that on mute. I'm gonna correct that real soon, but it's about to be, really brick in a couple hours. So I didn't expect to get this opportunity to go live, but you would best believe I'm going to take advantage of it. I told everyone I wanted to do. I missed out on like getting 1,000 blue crystals, I think, but that's okay with me. It was like a sudden like late night login, but it ain't that serious. Just like that Max B song that he's bringing back. Oh man. I'll be sure to bring that back to silent in a few, but so I got the new fit for Vincent. I realized I never had another fit for him. So it's nice that he looks nice and sharp in this new outfit of his. Let's go to Nibelheim again, but this time without any exaggerated massacres happening. So Lucrezia feels a little guilty about the fact that uh, she bears some responsibility for the death of his father, Grimoire Valentine. Omega. I do like how aged the audio is. Obviously, this is not like how you would want your audio to be. especially because this game is from like 2006, so there's probably enough digital technology for the audio not to be this doofy. Let me get my hand out of the way of this. So Omega exists to bring the planet's life stream to the greater life stream. Where I guess it'll look for like another planet to inhabit and kind of bring the essence that gives Earth life over there. I know Final Fantasy VII is built off the Gaia hypothesis, but we're at a point now where we can test it. I wonder what would happen if you just bring a dead body to Mars. Kind of just a Noah's Ark of a bunch of corpses. If that would just create a resurgence of life in Mars. I'm pretty sure the bacteria would do the hard carrying. So I wonder, does the lost episode take place before this or after? The color motif for the Soviets or whatever, I don't really mess with it. I've done it myself with creative writing, but these characters, they don't feel Final Fantasy 7-ish, which is weird because Final Fantasy 7 has like the Nomura pretty boys, but also like gruff guys like Barrett and Sid and furries like Ketchi and Red 13 and goofy punk characters like Johnny, Bada type characters like Mookie as comic relief. These guys just look like spin off characters. Honestly, I do find her position sympathetic, especially if you've played through or seen the multiplayer cutscenes. It took a lot of the story stuff away from there, but just uh, the blank slate character that you have and what you had to deal with in regards to the restrictors that were keeping them under control. Even his power up couldn't save your ass. Oh, she pulled out the materia. This is the mini game with Catch She. Any segment where you control only Catch She is asked for me, even like Rebirth. I kind of like the fact that this game hasn't been remastered yet. I know it will be eventually, but I love these PS2 cutscenes, as busted as they are. Narrow the Sable. Hold up, let me mute this. What's up? Hi, what's up? Well, sorry about that, but I got a call from my pops. It's been a recurring thing with him. He will randomly call me when I'm in the middle of something, but then leave me alone when I'm unavailable. And he does this like once every now. I remember he did this while I was in the middle of a test. He did this while I was at a convention. It's been a while since that happened, but I just told him I was recording something, and he kind of went, "Oh, my bad." It's interesting that uh, Sephiroth does play a role in Dirge of Cerberus. But it's more of like how Sephiroth's origin becomes a tragedy for Vincent. His role in Dirge is actually the most minor of any of the compilation games. But it doesn't really just concern you because it also ushered in Sephiroth, and that's a big deal. Well, for the record, none of the Soviets have Sephiroth's DNA. Although what Sephiroth did is partially responsible for how uh, the members of Deep Ground were able to escape, in addition to the player character in the online mode, uh, creating a possibility for the restrictor to be destroyed. So what the Deep Ground members have is that they've all been given not the cells of Genesis, but they've been gene edited to match how Genesis currently is. As a result, they don't really have cellular degradation. Advancements in science and whatnot. Classic way of creating members of Soldier by injecting them with either Genesis cells or Sephiroth. Genova cells or Sephiroth and Genesis cells, man, that's like Gillian cells. That's outdated. They still use it, but the weird experiments they were doing in Deep Ground that were even more unethical were kind of ahead of the curve. Because there is no degradation. But some of them were given weirder experiments. It's why a lot of their designs kind of look out there and they don't really look Final Fantasy VII ish. Like Azul and whatnot. It looks like something out of Final Fantasy X almost. They didn't update her portrait for the new outfit. Man, that's kind of messed up. I really like her dirge aesthetic, so okay. So Shelke and Shalua have reunited. So their age gap is not that far, actually. It's just that Shelke has been kind of frozen in time. First, I was thinking he was packing, but that's just a protective cup. Does he really need that much cuppage though? Like, either his D is sensitive or his D is magnificent. Damn. They gave these guys the same bowl cut. Damn, these guys were easy pickings. The WRO guys are worse than the Shinra grunts. At least this Dominican looking guy is holding his own. Damn. Shit. He might actually be the nastiest motherfucker I know on the low. So I wonder how long this is gonna go. I reckon it's gonna be another week, and then we'll get to the end game stuff. But I would like to see some actual fights, although I don't think they have many assets for some fights. They have Neto assets and they have the Vice assets. I wonder if they're gonna have like a segment covering the events after the epilogue, because that's a point of the narrative that I find interesting. Oh, cool! Finally, a fight. Finally, some good fucking food. And I have a bonus active, so let's take a look at what this does for me. Burping and shit. Yeah, I don't really like how Sephiroth fights in reverse grip, but I get that they want to make him a little bit edgier. It makes sense that this is an available fight because we fight this guy as a event fight for the gotcha quite often. It's like Bahamut, Zero, or Sin in Advent Children. Damn. He whiffed the shit out of it. If she was a little stronger, she could have got a little counter in with some materia and just blasted him to smithereens. Now it's starting to get a little Xenosaga with data being put inside people. With that said, Monolith Soft did help in the development of this game. I figure her braced arm would be a plot point. Her arm is gonna get crushed like a soda can, her fake one. You know damn well why, because that's your sister. Although she is used to the savage environment of deep ground where people just do things for themselves. But even in like a primal natural world, people do make sacrifices for others, like their children. So I guess the next one is going to be the last one. What's the prize for this joint? Couple keywords. Okay, got that joint. I gave Tifa a new fit just because it shows like a little bit of the tops of her feet and whatnot. Anyway, I'll probably go back to playing this game in gacha form some other time, but for now I gotta go call my pops again, check some things out, and then I'll stream some Kiseki stuff. So until then, it's been your boy Mr. 7. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.